So, good evening, good evening, good evening. We are back again. We are going to talk about Impostecoglu saying fourth isn't a prize, but then continues on to basically say fourth and fifth is a prize. Make sure you are smashing the likes up. These managers never cease to amaze me, especially at that football club, because different managers, different types of managers, they all get giddy, they all get hype. This one's the one that's going to give us success. This one's the one that's going to give us success. They all love them at the beginning. And then they find out that it's exactly the same as the one before and the one before and the one before that. So, yeah, it's kind of peak. I can't lie. But listen, smash the like button up. Big up to everyone who's locked in as well. Make sure you are subbing to the channel. I'm going to be doing quite a lot of these uploads during international break. I will still be doing some watch-alongs. Spain, Brazil on Friday. I might do some of the games on Thursday. I'm not quite sure yet. But either way, I will be having videos on it every single day. But his team got absolutely pammed. The bubble has burst. They had a chance to bridge the gap, as it were, and overtake Aston Villa, who were obviously playing against West Ham. They were losing that game. VAR checks everywhere, left, right, and centre, but that's a different video. But anyway, he was asked whether fourth, fifth, whatever is an achievement, blah, blah, blah. This is what he had to say, guys. He said, he was asked about the need for continuous improvement and creating the foundations for the future, i.e. needing to get top four, blah, blah, blah. You can level any accusation you want, and I get it. I'm happy for people to run that sort of commentary, but it's meaningless to me. I don't see fourth as the prize. This club has finished fourth before. It's finished second before. You can throw all types of things at it. It's reached the Champions League final before. You can throw all sorts of things, but this club has achieved things. So fourth is not my end goal. Let me just stop right there. What's it achieved? Is it an achievement to get to a Champions League final, but then not win it? Is it an achievement to get to semi-finals and then not get over the line? Or to get to League Cup final, then not win it? Obviously, you sacked your manager, Tottenham. Is that an achievement? Last time they won something was, what, nearly 17 years ago. Crazy. He said, I don't want to finish fourth if we haven't grown as a team and developed as a team. If nobody believes me, that's fine. And let me just say that again. I don't want to finish fourth if we haven't grown as a team and developed as a team. If nobody believes me, then that's fine. Part of the narrative is to push you into these kinds of positions where you think the fourth is some kind of achievement that gives you something for next year. It doesn't give you anything unless fourth would be great if I feel like we are growing as a team and we are creating something that is going to bring success next year. But fourth is not our goal. It hasn't been. It's not my goal. It certainly isn't my goal. But I get it from the outside, particularly in the Premier League. It seems like people push you into that position where you succeed or fail just on an outcome. I just don't think that's how you get success. Success is built on, I think, a more tangible stuff. If we finish fifth, and I think we've got the team to challenge for next year, then I won't be disappointed. Right. This is how you know this guy's a compulsive liar. This is how you know this guy is a puppet. And this is how you know this ain't going to change at Tottenham anytime soon, guys. Right? Because if he finished fifth this season, or fourth, but he thinks he's got the team to challenge next season, then he won't be disappointed. Well, on that basis alone, you haven't got your team to challenge for next season because players will leave, and players will come in during the summer window. So what are you basing that statement on? Because if you finish fourth or fifth and you don't see it as a prize, but then you do see it as a prize because you think you might be able to challenge next season, how do you know you're going to be able to challenge next season? Number one, there's a Euros tournament. Some of your players might be on international duty in the Euros, or even the Copa America, by the way, because that's this summer as well. So you may lose some of them players due to injuries. Number two, you're going to get rid of some of the team because they're not what you require. Number three, you're going to buy more players. So unless you've already got them targets sealed, hook, line and sinker over the line, What are you waffling about? Just another puppet for Daniel Levy. And listen, whether they get fourth or not is irrelevant, because let's be real, they're not going to win the Champions League. However, Daniel Levy will be over the moon with the fact that they've got that Champions League money, guys, which is all he cares about. He only cares about the Champions League money, which is why every time you get in the Champions League, Tottenham, you don't really do what's required, do you? You got to a Champions League final, and when did you then spend money again after that? I think Poch went like 500 odd days without any money. 560 something days, I think it was. This is all your club is. Yeah, and it's mad. Yeah, just because he's hello, mate. Yeah, top four ain't a prize, mate. If you actually read between the lines, he's saying top four is a prize if he believes that his team can then challenge the next season. Well, being funny, mate, if you finish fourth or fifth, right? No disrespect. Yeah, that means that there's 3 or 4 teams above you that are better. Arsenal, Man City, Liverpool, the minimum. Yeah, let's say you finish fifth, there'll be Aston Villa maybe. Right, but take Aston Villa out. Man City, Arsenal, Liverpool. Does he genuinely believe by finishing fifth that they can then somehow challenge? And that's now, oh yes, I think that's a good achievement. I won't be disappointed because, yeah, we can kick on next season. All of this is PR. All of this is, oh yes, I'm fighting against the club kind of thing. I'm not here just to get fourth. I'm here to win major honours. Yada, yada, yada. Heard it all before, mate. Heard it all before. How many managers have Tottenham had that have said similar? No, I'm here to win trophies. And then they never do. The only difference with this manager is he's maybe more likeable than Conte. He's maybe more likeable than Jose. He may be more likeable than some of the other managers you've had down the years. The fact in reality remains the same. You're not winning anything with this manager. Let's just be real with it. Yeah, let's just be real with it. You ain't winning nothing with him. You'll see nice football, pretty football, something that resembles football. But then you'll get pammed by teams like Fulham. And when this manager came into Tottenham, I said exactly the same to some content creators I was doing shows with and this and that. I said, listen, nice, attractive football at times. And when it comes off, it looks amazing. You're on course to score more goals. You may be on course to get more points. But you are going to concede more. And that's exactly what's happening, guys. It's quite funny because I think Conte was sacked with 9 or 10 games to go. And you were fourth. Well, you're currently fifth with 10 games to go. I think you've amassed 4 points more than when you sacked Conte, which was 28, 29 games in. You've amassed 4 points more. And you're fifth. So what's really changed? I'll tell you what's changed. Oh, yeah, Ange Ball, because of the constant PR put out by your football club with the little puppet journos that are in the back pocket for Daniel Levy, that you can wheel them out. I must say, you've got your Tottenham back the day after you lose to Fulham in a League Cup, 2nd round tie. You then get absolutely played off the park against West Ham. Sorry, not West Ham. What am I talking about? Against Fulham. Fulham. It's all the hams, guys. Yeah, but for me, I just look at Tottenham and I just think, well, they ain't a problem. Yeah, you might beat Arsenal every now and again. You might beat Man United. You might beat Chelsea or City or whatever. You might turn up in some of these games. But ultimately, over the course of a season, you're not very good. You go out of the cup competitions all the time. Don't take them seriously. Your manager's sitting there saying, oh, yeah, mate. Oh, yeah, mate. Fourth ain't a prize, mate. Well, the League Cup is. The FA Cup is. So why didn't you play your best team against Fulham in the 2nd round, mate? Why didn't you do that? And then he was sitting there in the press conference after that, by the way, waffling, saying, oh, no, it's not just about short-term success. No disrespect, mate. No disrespect. I don't know what's happened at Celtic and all these other clubs you've been at. But the aim of the game is to win trophies, not to build a fantasy for 6 years down the road. The aim is to win trophies. And you ain't going to win trophies. But, again, the PR train that is Tottenham, peddling out a 6% price increase now. 6% price increase for what? 17 years this summer without a trophy. And Daniel Levy's sitting there like that. Let's just whack the prices up 6%. They're all happy. Yeah, the beer bar, like the bar where you can get the beers and they fill them up from upside down. Longest bar in the world. Got the biggest cheese room in the world. Yeah, they're all singing, we got our Tottenham back, lads. Ange Ball. Yeah, old Destiny Adogi, Madders and all these players. Oh, yes, look at Van der Ven. Oh, we got Dragoshin. Yeah, way, woohoo. Hello, Radu the Dragon. Woohoo. It's just all a load of bollocks, isn't it? Let's just be real with it. Yeah, it is all a load of rubbish. And I say this about most clubs, right? The PR is strong in England. From Sky Sports, from the Premier League, TNT Sports, and from the majority of the football clubs. Tough night in West London, guys. We're a family. Tottenham fans, you're not a family. Email Tottenham right now and say you need 10 grand loan. They won't even reply. You're not a family, are you? Oh, my roof's leaking. Can you loan us 10 grand? They're not going to reply. But they buy into the emotional connection you have with your football club. And because you've had Conte ball, and Jose ball, now this guy looks like the greatest thing in the world. Oh my God, he says everything right in the pressers. When you read between the lines, he's basically saying, if I think we could do better next season, then 4th or 5th's cool. And that's a prize. That's basically what he's saying after saying it ain't a prize. But again, round and around Tottenham Hotspur go, guys. And this ain't going to change anytime soon. I'll be dead and buried before Tottenham win a title. It is what it is. Let me know your thoughts, feelings, whether you're Spurs or not. Do you think Tottenham will win a trophy with this manager? Where do you see him finishing this season? Daniel Levy is obviously the problem. We all know that. But yeah, where do they go? Where do they go from here? Because they've done the tried and tested, proven managers with Conte and Jose. They sacked Conte in 4th and finished 8th, and now they're 5th. The Jose got them to a final. They sacked him 4 or 5 days before it because they didn't want to pay him out if he won it. And they've just got a few players in that they like more than some of the other players, like the Ndombeles of this world and Serge Auriers of this world. They actually feel a connection more with some of these players. Yeah. Then you have the PR train that is brothers, as Van der Ven and Sarah walking out into the training ground. They're not brothers, guys. They're teammates. They're colleagues. They're paid employees. That's it. Then you've got all the journalists pumping out all the prop, the club PR, and then they go, well, that's easy, isn't it? All we had to do is go and get the Aussie in. Yeah, get him to say mate a few times in press conferences, and we can see a little style of play here and there. We'll just whack the prices up 6%. Then what they'll do is they'll rip you off all summer for the new kits. Yeah, they'll rip you off for the tickets next season, and you'll still win nothing and still not do anything. So, round Tottenham go, guys. And this is what my club have been doing for 20 years. This is what Chelsea are starting to do. It's what Man United have been doing for a decade. It's what it is, guys. The fans have the power. Remember that. And on that bombshell, we're out of here. Make sure you check out the show I'm doing with Kenny, Jez and Matty, the podcast, Real Talk podcast, 4 p.m. UK time. We're out. Laters.